Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Oddballs. Oh my! Today we're gonna do something I love doing. This. These
You can tell.
four incredibly talented individuals who are willing to be subjected to my whims, and so today's another one of those. Last time, can anyone try to sum up what happened last time? For those who missed, for those who were like,
Pick
yes,
me!
you in the front row, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
You already have an A, but all right.
All right. Shut up, Octo. Go sit down.
Hey, whoa, shut up, Octo.
Yeah. So we went with Johnny to like a weird tomb sort of deal. That was okayed. This journey was okayed by Frank. This happened shortly after Fern walked in on like an orgy or something where all these like skinny people were laying down around Frank, but they were all like middle-aged, but less than middle-aged, like not quite adult middle-aged yet, but they were all really skinny.
We're talking about the orgy too much already.
Frank was slapping them around. This was the weirdest shit though. This was the weirdest part.
Yeah, can you get like so about the orgy?
Yeah.
Stop talking about it.
This is important.
Out of all the things that happened last episode,
I think that was probably one of the most memorable for me. I mean, other than Johnny touching the demon thing and offing himself, and then the whole thing crumbled. The orgy was really weird. It was very strange. But anyways, we were in this tomb. We were in this tomb, and Johnny was like, "You can't touch it. You're not supposed to touch it. You're not supposed to touch it." And it was like this demon that kept calling to the group. And so we're like, we gotta go. So we're restraining Johnny, right? And eventually we're like, well, screw this. Why are we saving him anyway? I mean, we don't care about his ass. We just let him go. He runs toward this thing, this demon thing with red eyes that's coming after us. And he goes, you are not supposed to touch it. And then he touches it. Then all hell breaks loose and everything starts crumbling. And we managed to make it out through the portal. But some of the shadowy dust that comes from this alternate reality escapes into our reality, into like present day oddballs. So also many Quilbies as well escaped.
Yeah, you saved a bunch of the Quilbies.
Yes.
And Jezebel. Old Jezebel is alive and well in the past. All right. So yeah, last time was crazy. Last time was wild. But this time we start in sort of a quiet, almost early morning vibe, and you hear some coughing and some children scurrying, and an older woman sort of stretches and works out her muscles and tries to stretch her bones out, and she stands up from her floor mat and looks around at the makeshift homes that were built in this pool. And she looks over at where the two young girls who were staying there before were sleeping, and they're gone now. And she looks down at the other woman laying next to her, the other older woman laying next to her, and looks around, and seems like those two new kids went off on their adventure already. She hoped to see them off maybe, but yeah, she doesn't know what's going on, but something feels special about today. Something feels like there's change in the wind. Something's going to happen. Which of you is Alexis Marson?
That's me.
Yeah, can you describe Alexis? She's an older woman. She's one of the people who greeted Fern and Samantha when they first went there and gave them a plate of mushrooms and weird foods. Yeah, describe Alexis for me. What's Alexis like? She was one of the original welders from back in the previous timeline.
Yeah, Alexis is very handy. Alexis loves to tinker and figure out how things work and fix things. She hasn't really had a lot of opportunity to do it lately because Frank's kind of a dick about his electronics. And she would love nothing more than to put on some boots and some clean coveralls and get back to work.
Yeah. Okay. And so you look around this camp and you see the usual faces, but the two new girls are gone. What's the first thing you want to do? Now that you see that sort of the day started without you. Usually you're the first one awake. And you're sort of the mom of this encampment, and you go around and make sure everyone's okay. But the two newcomers have vanished.
I guess I'm gonna get up and just kind of walk around and talk to people and see what I can see.
Yeah. You walk around and you see that almost everyone's still asleep. There's a few snorers, but you've grown used to them. And the noises from outside, be it the winds or the sands or whatever weird animals might be outside the actual pool facility, are pretty dormant right now. It's definitely very early. The sun, or whatever it is, you've come to call it a sun, is just starting to rise. And the fogs of the night are just starting to fade away. Yeah, everything seems pretty normal to you.
I'm gonna go to the door and see if I can talk to the guards there and find out about the girls.
Yeah, sure. You walk up to the door, and they're the exit door, you mean, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go up to the exit door, and there are two guards there, and they sort of look at you, and they're like, Alexis, morning.
Good morning, Sunnies. Did you happen to see those young girls come out this way? I'm just making sure that they're all right.
They were looking for something to take out into the wilderness. I think Frank had something for them to do. Something about the facility, I think.
They're going to the facility?
Yeah.
My old lady voice.
So. I think so. I think that's what their plan was. I don't know.
You didn't go follow them and take care of those girls?
Oh, please, Alexis. Our job is to take care of you, not them. They'll be fine. Have you heard the stories about those girls? They've done some things.
What have they done?
Oh my God, they fought off pterodactyls. They fought off all sorts of crazy monsters. It's funny, but it kind of reminded me of a younger you.
What are they going to do at the facility? Do you think that they'll be all right?
I don't know. Frank mentioned something last night about how they're needed there. I'm not sure why. I don't know what his reasoning was, but he said that it was all part of the plan. You know him. He's trying to make those ball thingies. He's been obsessed with them. I imagine that's our way out. So, if those kids can come in and out, why can't we?
I don't know. I feel like I should go after them.
Well, before you do anything, you got to see Frank. You can't just leave.
I know. We'll go talk to Frank. I just feel like we should go after those innocent young girls.
Look, it's not my say-so. You know who runs this place.
I know. All right, I'm going to go make your breakfast.
Oh, you do cook very well.
Yeah, I do what I can.
Okay, well, don't go burning down any tents. And he looks over the other guard, and the other guard's like half asleep. He's like, just sort of leaning there on his staff.
Boys. All right, boys. You guard well.
Yeah, okay. Have a good one. And where do you go now? You sort of walk away from them down towards the pool again. What do you do?
I'm gonna go look for those creepy little children.
Yeah, you go around going to go look for those creepy little kids. You, of course, know exactly where they're at because they're the two most recent births at the camp. And you find them, and they are just asleep, cuddled up together on one of the cots, on one of the nicer cots that isn't as dirt encrusted.
And what do they look like?
Well, to you, like sweet little angels. But if you hadn't known them, you would assume that they are sort of like lizard kids. They kind of look like they have scales. But they're still children. They're still very cute children.
I'm not fooled, but that's fine. Okay, I guess I'll go look for Frank.
Sure.
Not that I want to find out what's there.
Yeah, you march towards the center of the camp, up to the, I guess down to the deep end, and on a little platform is the workstation that Frank has set up. It's covered up right now, but that's usually where he operates and works on the construction of these 2 new orbs. But beyond that is Frank's tent, and it is much larger and an actual tent compared to everyone else's sort of makeshift shacks. And you hear some noises and snoring on the inside. You get close, but do not go in yet. What do? Do you march on in? Do you take a moment? What do you do?
Well, I don't want to piss Frank off, and so I'm gonna just kind of wait outside until he wakes up.
Sure, yeah. So you sit there patiently and wait for something to happen. Meanwhile, on the inside, as the various bodies are intertwined with each other, laying there passed out, a 30-something young woman who is one of the children of one of the other couples there. She never really got a last name. She never really thought she needed one because there's so few people. Her name is just Penny. And she's laying there amongst all the other bodies. And she wakes up and sort of looks around at her surroundings and all these other people. She's kind of naive, kind of a little aloof. And she rubs her eyes and does what? Who is Penny?
I'm Penny.
Yay!
Apparently, I'm in the orgy. Yay!
Describe Penny to me.
Oh. Well, let's see here.
How do you see Penny?
How do I see Penny? I see Penny as the as a simple girl that just wants, good things for people. She's strong in body and has a good heart. She likes to tinker with things, but is very absent-minded about most things and possibly even very gullible. But she does her best and wants to help in any way she can, almost no matter what.
Absolutely. You sort of wake up and stretch and look around the room. What's the first thing you do? Morning has come.
Am I naked?
Are you naked? You tell me. You tell me. Are you naked?
That's your call.
Yeah, that's your call.
Okay. Heck yeah, I'm naked. I need to find my clothes.
All right, yeah. Give me a roll. Let's see if you can find your clothes amongst all this mess, Penny. This would probably be I'll let you decide how you find them, right?
Jeez.
Because you have your options.
Yeah. Okay. So I can't. This is so different than Clarence. I can't find anything. Let's see. What can I use here? Jesus Christ. I don't actually know. So it's so different. Usually I'd investigate or something, but I have nothing in investigate, so I can't look around and see.
Why would I do that to you? Almost sounds like you did that on purpose.
Maybe I'll just try to sneak around the room and not wake anybody up and just see if I can find some clothes that are laying around.
Absolutely. Try that.
Ugh.
Yeah, you try to sneak around, but you end up kicking
thick.
someone by accident.
Oh, never mind.
And the person you kick by accident is a person, sort of a man the same age as you. Been involved in many of these occasions before, but unlike everyone else, he's kind of a weirdo, kind of a stranger character. He was one of the original work crew. Or, I'm sorry, he was one of the newer work crew, but he had some wacky ideas. He definitely wasn't American. And while Frank likes him, you're not too sure. Which one of you is playing Ivan Markov?
That's me.
Octo, can you describe Ivan to us?
Ivan is a man of the people. He is a hard
Oh
worker,
my
and he believes that the backs of the proletariats are exploited for those in power, and he would prefer that the means of production were in control of the workers.
Yeah, crazy ideas. So Penny, you kick Ivan as you try to sneak past, and Ivan, you're jolted awake, and you look up and see a naked Penny trying to like get past you. What are you? Question: are you naked too?
Oh, listen, Ivan always sleeps in the nude. It keeps you cool and more efficient when you sleep. If you sleep and you sweat, it gets your jumpsuit all dirty, and then you have to wash it. Water is very important resource. Why would you sleep in your suit this way? The sweat runs off, and then you do not have to wash your suit. You can put it on. It's clean. Why would you be sleeping? Oh, but
why would I
Saint
give
Penny,
you guys the option to choose? I should have said you had clothes on. Now everyone's naked. And oh boy. Okay.
My God, by Lenin's ghost, Penny, put on something. Look, I know that I am no picture of beauty.
Shh. Okay. You're gonna like wake everybody up. Oh my God.
You surprised me.
I get down on like my knees beside him and like start stroking his hair and like close his eyes.
Shh.
Like go back to sleep.
What? While naked, it's the worst thing you can do. Ugh. Okay, yeah, okay, that does feel nice. Okay, why are you awake?
Like, what are you doing? Just trying to find my clothes. I gotta go to like the bathroom. I don't want to do it right here.
Oh yes, okay. Well, make sure you don't wake anybody up. You know that if you interrupt someone's sleep cycle, they become less efficient while working. This is important. We need to be work as hard as we can. Yes, it's true. Not many people know this, but an interrupted sleep cycle can be a very big problem later in the day.
No.
Yeah.
Is my sleep cycle interrupted? I just woke up.
Well, yes, you woke up. Were you sleeping before this?
Yeah.
Well, then there you go. That answers your own question.
That's why I can't find my clothes.
Yeah, well, see, as Tolstoy once said, everyone thinks of changing the world, but no one thinks of changing themselves. So maybe you need to be the change that you want to be. So think about changing your own self by going back to sleep and not waking me up next time.
Okay, but I still need to find my clothes.
Yes, well, maybe they're out there. Do you remember where you saw them last?
No. Where are your clothes? Can I borrow like a shirt or something? It's big. It'll like kind of cover everything,
Yes. What's the last time I put my shirt? Probably in my room. I mean, did you not have clothes in your room? Why do you not just go back to where you stay?
What?
Get a shirt.
Yeah, Penny, maybe Ivan is, I don't know, forgetful or doesn't quite remember, but this is your room. You sleep with Frank every single night. You guys are here every night.
As somebody who has, as in character, never been to this location, nor knows anything about this location, I don't know that. So now I do.
Yeah. Now you do. Yeah, you need to remind him. Maybe he's having like a weird Ivan moment. He has those.
Oh, you poor darling. Oh, they're stroking his head. We don't have our own rooms. That's the stories from the old world. Here we all sleep together because that's all we have left.
I must have been dreaming. Okay, I'm going to go back to do that now. Good night. I roll back over. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
goodbye.
As you roll back over, you start to see a stirring in the middle of the pile of people. And clearly the obvious head of this group begins to stir and rub his eyes. And Frank, the leader of this commune, begins to stretch and wake up and look around the room, and he sees the two of you talking. Which one of you is playing Frank?
Hi,
Please laugh.
that's me.
Yeah, could you describe Frank for me?
Yeah. Excuse me.
He's got a little bit of stubble on his face. He hasn't really had a good shave in a while. He is very tired. He has huge bags under his eyes, maybe a bit of receding hairline, not quite bald, but still like it's not really there. And, you know, he doesn't care about it because it's falling away anyway. So he's a taller man, not quite heavy set, but not really skinny either. He's just like very sturdy looking. His hands are really big, and he knows that, and he uses it to his advantage whenever he's hitting people, because he just feels like these people listen to him no matter what. They're like dogs that he can just hit upside the head whenever he wants to.
Yep, that sounds
So-
exactly like Frank. Question:
Frank.
Is Frank clothed, unlike the people around him,
Frank
or
is
is he
clothed.
bare ass naked?
Frank is clothed because he feels that if he were naked, he would just be one of the dogs. So he is the alpha here, and he is clothed.
Nice. Yeah, you see Penny and Ivan having a conversation. They're trying to be as quiet as possible, but yeah, they woke you up.
Penny.
Slowly turn around. I'm like squatted by Ivan.
Ivan pretends that he doesn't hear any of this. He like slowly kind of like
Penny.
Can I like crab walk over people over to him? Still squatted down. Shh.
What? What have I told you about waking up before everyone else wakes up? Before I wake up? What have I told you?
Penny, don't let him boss you.
What
around.
have I told you, Penny?
I mean,
Nah.
Slap right across your face, Penny. Just right across the face.
what have I told you about hitting me, Frank? It hurts.
Yeah.
But
Well, you know what
push
else
him.
hurts? Lack of sleep. So you have to make sure that you stay put until I
Sorry
wake up.
about- He's sorry about that, but don't hit Penny. That's mean.
Did you,
I give him a
Penny?
give him a
do
shove
you
back.
actually push? Yeah, you push Frank.
Yeah, I give him a shove.
Yeah, Penny, you push Frank. What do you do, Frank?
Frank will have none of this because he has a very, very bad temper. Very bad temper. So, being Frank, he grabs her by the hair and yanks her out of
Whoa!
his room.
Yeah, you begin to pull Penny out of this room, like knocking into all the other bodies, waking everyone up. Ivan, you sort of like roll over in your feigned attempt at sleeping or pretending to sleep, and you see this happen. Penny, you just get pulled out. And outside, Frank, you walk out with Penny in hand, and you see in front of you Alexis just standing there.
Morning, Alexis.
Ow.
Oh, good morning. Good morning, Frank. How you doing, my boy?
Can you take Penny? Can you take Penny to the bathroom, please?
Of course. Come here, Penny. Come here.
Thank you. Penny will not be staying with us for the next couple nights. She can sleep out in the pool by herself like a dog.
Okay.
Come on.
Come here, Penny. Come here. And I take her in my arms. I try to cover her with some clothes.
Yeah, you
Try
sort
to,
of walk. You walk her down away. Do you say anything to Penny? What do you do, Alexis? Frank just like pulled this poor girl out by her hair.
I just want to get her away from Frank for now. That's step one.
Yeah,
Get her
yeah.
safe. So I'm gonna take
Where do you
her
take
and
her?
I'm
What do
gonna
you do?
back to my tent.
Okay, yeah, Penny, you sort of walk with Alexis back to her tent, and do you say anything? Do you do anything?
It's like so mean. I don't. Why is he even in charge anyway when he treats people like that? It's just.
Okay, shh. What? Well, to come in my pretty penny, we'll talk about it when we get to my tent, okay? Come on, we just got to get into my tent. Okay, come on, pretty penny.
Stab me with my spear one day. That'll
No,
teach you.
shh. We don't say stuff like that where people can hear us. We're gonna go to my tent, and I'm gonna make you some breakfast. I'm gonna
I
get
just
you some
can't help that I
clothes.
wake up before everybody
Shh,
else.
shh,
I
shh,
just can't help it.
I know, sweetie. Come on. I'm like dragging her. I do not want her to say all this shit in front of everybody.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, come on. I'm gonna make you nice breakfast. Come on.
Until you get back to your safe area, we'll say, into your makeshift home. So you're free to talk now.
Okay, Penny. Let me make you some breakfast. You tell me what happened.
Well, like I woke up and then I just wanted to find my clothes and I couldn't remember where I put them. And then like I kicked that weird Ivan dude and he started talking and then he woke up Frank and then he like went back to sleep all of a sudden and Frank was like, "Come here." And he hit me. And I was like, "Stop hitting me, Frank." And then he pulled me by the hair outside. And then we walked with you. And then we came in here and we sat down and I'm going to eat breakfast.
Yeah. I'm just gonna keep hugging her and I say, like, I know, pretty penny, it's not fair. And I know that this isn't a great place that we live. And I know that Frank's not a great person. But this is just where we are right now. But I think things might change soon. I think there's a new day coming, and we just gotta hold out until then. I think those girls that were here, they did something. They're gonna do something. Something's gonna change.
Change is kind of scary though, like what's going to happen to everybody if things change?
They could be better, and that they could hardly be worse. Because you don't deserve to be treated like that. Because you, Penny, are special and smart, and you've got big things in your future.
Yeah, like being able to go out and do things.
Yeah.
What do we even do around here?
I know.
Yeah, around there, most of your days, for you at least, Penny, are spent training and being prepared to escort the scientists around as they do their various research, because you're one of the younger members. And at the time, when everyone was cut off from the outside, you were very, very young. You, much like some of the other younger people there, were children who were part of the families that had come over to work on this project a long time ago. And so you don't really know too much about the outside world, but what you do know is because you're one of the, late 20s, early 30-somethings that live here, you 100% are being tasked with protecting everyone. Much like the guards out front, you're trained in weaponry, you know this area very, very well, and you are like one of the more physically active people there. And so while you, like everyone else, are very, very thin from like malnutrition, you also, it's like that thin where you're also very muscular because like there's nothing there, there's no fat on you to show the fact that like, you're not like, you're like a thin muscle bound lady.
Yeah, right.
Yes, but but like not really, you know what I mean? Like your muscles are visible,
very lean,
but not. Yeah, you're like a lean fit, and but that's like most people here. Most young people have that sort of body type because they're not eating too much stuff, but you have to train very, very hard in order to protect everyone. Your parents died long ago in an accident, and so you have been taken in by Frank. And what that means is like Frank protects you, but also, it's Frank. And so you, like many of the other 30-somethings, are in his tent. And he definitely just uses and abuses you. But you take it because it's the best place to be.
I just want to grow tomatoes.
Yeah, you want to grow tomatoes? They smell so nice when they're growing. And one day, pretty Penny, you're going to grow tomatoes. I know you don't remember what it was like back then and outside. It's probably for the best. For the best.
Okay, if you say so.
Yeah, but something has to change.
Yeah, we go back to the tent, and Frank has just marched back in, very angry that he had to deal with that nonsense. Everyone's awake now. Ivan, You're the only person pretending not to be awake. What do you do, Ivan? Frank is like in a mood again.
Me? What do you want me? What do I want to do?
Yeah, what do you do? Frank's in another one of his moods.
I guess I'll get up. And like clean myself off. And
Yeah. There's like a little basin of water in the corner, and people have gathered around it and begun to sort of like wash their faces.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. Frank, you notice no one's really paying attention to you. Like, even though you came back in a huff, everyone's sort of very, very quiet.
Hey.
Yep.
Put some clothes on. Can all get up and walk around naked while you're not sleeping. Come on, have some decency.
That's never stopped you before.
Excuse me?
Nothing, Frank.
Excuse me? I'm sorry. Do you wanna say that again? Ivan?
I said, listen, all I'm saying is it's never stopped you before. Look,
Frank claps a hand on his shoulder and says, you know what? Just between us guys, because we're both guys, right?
Yes, we are, yes.
That's a joke, right? I'm just going to take that as a joke.
Oh,
and
yes,
you know,
I
Ivan,
yes.
The reason I brought you here was because I think you can intimidate these people. You know, I think you have a real good shot at it. And I think, Ivan, that, you know, we could always send you outside if we need to, right? If we wanted to, because a lot of people here don't really trust you, do they? No, they don't. So, put some damn clothes on, Ivan. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Good man.
All right.
And he clapped him again.
Right. Of course. Yes. Clothes. Right. I would hate to be put outside and put to work. Don't threaten me with a good time. Yeah. Okay.
That's right. That's right, Ivan.
Yes,
that's right.
Okay. Yes. Let's. Yes. I will get to work immediately. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. What am I? Do I know where my clothes are? I'm assuming I do.
Yeah, you definitely know.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, they're literally just right next to you.
All right. I'll go. Like put them on and everything.
Yeah, you begin to suit up. What does Ivan's normal workday look like? What do you do around here, Ivan?
Well, Ivan is. I'm assuming he's some kind of engineer, more like a mechanical or an electrical engineer. So he probably makes sure everything is running and, like the air ducts are working and mechanically everything is functioning correctly.
Absolutely,
but yeah, it's pretty boring stuff like HVAC kind of things, but it's what he does and what he's always done and what he's good at. So he probably just makes sure everything is functioning correctly and that, we're not going to suffocate in here.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you go about your day? Do you start doing your work or do you, what do you do?
I'll probably just like grab my list because I probably have like a routine that I do like every day to make sure that, go from the top and go to the bottom and just like grab it and, start at the top, start at the beginning.
Yeah. So you leave the tent and begin to go around camp, checking on the various functioning, moving parts of this facility in order to keep it going. You walk by the makeshift shelter that Alexis and Penny are in. You stop and say anything, or you just keep walking?
Yeah, I'll go in and like. Is the door open? Are they in like?
There are literally no doors. It's like
there's no door. Okay.
A box with one open side. Everyone has the exact same thing, except they've sort of made it their own. But it's literally just metal sheets put together, and there's one open side.
Okay, I'll go up and knock on it anyway. Like I'll turn around and like knock on it from like my back is to them, like I can't see it unless they acknowledge I'm there.
Good morning, Ivan. Good morning. Come in, have some breakfast. Sit down.
Yes. Oh, that's very kind of you. Thank you. What is for breakfast today?
Well, it's the same thing we always have, but I tried to spice it up a little bit. I cut the mushrooms smaller this time, so like it just feels like there's more.
Of course.
Yes, it is. It is an illusion of plenty, indeed. Yes, it is.
Yeah. I try to mix things up around here. You know, I try to make it fun.
Yes, of course. You know it. What do they say? Well, as Tolstoy said, food is the shorthand of emotion. Actually, the quote is music, but food is also appropriate as well.
Yeah, food equals love, as we all know. So,
Very
Ivan,
true.
why don't you come in here? Do you have anything to say to Penny?
Penny, how are you feeling? Is your hair okay? Are you good? Are you feeling better?
All the food you're giving her, she's like stuff it in her mouth.
Okay, yes, wonderful. Yes, wonderful. Well, yes, fantastic. Okay,
Oh,
great.
you found your clothes.
Yes, I did. Yes, I figured I would start my workday. You know, idle hands and all that.
Now, Ivan, I just have a little question for you.
Yes,
and
yes.
you know, it's just I'm an old lady, so I probably don't understand the ways of all of the young people and stuff. But I'm just wondering
young people,
because
you flatter me.
yeah, well, compared to me, Sonny, you're a young spring chicken, and I just don't know how the young people do it. But I just feel like Tolstoy might have had something to say about sticking up for the underdog and sticking up for the workers around you. But I don't know. I mean, I'm just an old lady, so I'm just wondering if there's anything like that.
Well, the strongest of all warriors are these two: time and patience. As long as the working class has both, which we always will, there is no battle that we cannot win.
What about solidarity?
Oh yes, sticking together is very important because there are always more of us. There are always more of the downtrodden and the proletariat. There are more of us than there are of them.
Oh, that's so interesting. Oh, I like that. I like that theory.
Yes, it's true. And if we believe in ourselves, and we believe in a cause, that is the important thing. If we have a common cause and we all believe in each other, then there is nothing that we cannot overcome. There is no obstacle too great.
Tell me, what's your cause, Ivan?
Well, my cause at the moment is survival. And second to that is getting some food because I'm very hungry. Do you have any food over here?
Well, keep eating. I'm loving having this conversation. You're teaching me so much. I just want to know a little more about, is just survival enough, or do we need dignity too?
Well, dignity is important, but being what's his word?
Objection, leading the witness.
Pragmatic man such as myself, I feel as if survival is paramount given the situation that we're in. I kind of like gesture around, like this, all of these.
Okay, well, if that's where you're at right now, and if you think survival is more than taking care of each other and living with dignity and solidarity, thank you for teaching me about that. And we'll keep talking about it because I'm so curious to learn more.
Yes, of course, no problem. Feel free to ask at any time. I am sure that there are many philosophical discussions we could have.
You could teach me so much. Now eat up, Sonny, and why don't you go get your chores done?
Yes, of course. Thank you. You're a very kind woman. I appreciate it.
And Penny's just sitting there lost.
Yeah, I was about to say, Penny, what do you think about all this? Also, did you ever find clothes?
I don't think I have.
Gave her clothes. I gave her
You
clothes.
gave me clothes. Okay.
All right, so you're in sort of older clothes than you're normally used to. They're a little more baggy, and you're watching these two people talk about things you've never heard of before. What are your thoughts?
I like these mushrooms. Tasty. Nope. Got a lot of work to do today. These clothes are kind of baggy, but you know what? That's okay. What's solidarity mean?
Ivan, why don't you tell Penny what solidarity means?
Ivan sort of puts his hands together like this and thinks for a minute.
Oh no.
Solidarity. Solidarity means to empathize with someone else
Huh?
in their situation
Oh.
that you think that you can put yourselves in their shoes and help them and work together. Solidarity means an understanding of another situation and emotions, in that you believe that you can help them emotionally or practically.
Oh, that's so
does
interesting.
what does
So,
infraphras mean?
so for example, Ivan, maybe, so you're saying that you could put
I'm
yourself in Penny's shoes, and maybe next time you would understand more about what Penny was feeling.
No, his feet are too small for my shoes. Look at them; they're like little dainty feet.
Yeah,
Oh, my
yes,
pretty Penny.
my
All right.
my mother always said I had ballerina feet. It's true.
Okay, Ivan. Thanks so much for coming by. I hope you enjoyed your breakfast.
Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you for breakfast. I appreciate it.
And Ivan,
Yes.
in toast do I say we lost because we told ourselves we lost? Sounds like you've already given up.
I don't. Aha.
Good night. Take care. Take care, Ivan.
But if you, Tolstoy also said, if you want to be happy, be. So really, any situation can be good if you make it that.
Are you happy, Ivan? Is Penny happy? Am I happy? Is Frank happy?
I'm pretty happy.
She is
Penny.
happy. And if you are happy, that is not a question I can answer, for I am not you.
So you're satisfied with this?
No, I don't think I'm satisfied with that. Does not mean I cannot make myself satisfied.
Come back to me when you've thought about it more.
I'm confused.
Mwah. Perfect. Some time has passed. Conversation has taken up quite a great deal of time. Frank, back in your tent as all of your pets begin to get dressed and move about their day, you find yourself alone for the first time in a while. What are you thinking about? What are your thoughts? What are your plans for the day?
How frank can we go with this?
Go as frank as you want. You're in control of Frank. You know
Frank it
Frank's
up.
motivations. You've seen what Frank's up to. You kind of know what
Alright.
Frank like. Although now I'm
Okay.
worried. I'm a little worried. I don't know what this means, and I feel like I've given you too much power.
I mean,
I'm taking the
it's
chains
Frank.
off, and I don't know
I
what's
don't
going to
know
happen.
if this is. He has Jesse. He's surrounded by naked people every night. Okay,
That's
that's fucking
true.
weird.
That is a little
I mean,
weird.
not for
Frank's
Frank.
probably weird. So
Frank
Frank
is
is
very-
laying there and he's thinking, and he sees Marissa try to walk out of the tent. Marissa.
Yeah, Frank.
Come give me a hand job. I need to think.
We've done it, ladies and gentlemen. Goodbye, everybody. See
We
you
did
next time. She looks at you and she's like, "But, Frank, you always ask Phil to do that."
Oh, right. Where the hell is Phil anyway? Phil!
He already went out for the day. You know I'm not good at that.
God damn it.
My hands are just, not.
No, it's yeah, I know. We went a little bit too ham last week. Okay, you know what? Just get out of here. I'll do it myself.
Okay, are you sure? Maybe I can find Phil if it's.
No, it's fine. Phil, he's got enough on his plate right now. So, just get out of here. Go on.
Okay, thank you. And she really quickly darts through the tent, and you're left alone.
So he doesn't do anything. He just kind of lays there. Who am I gonna yell at today? And he reaches into his pocket. And he pulls out a half-finished orb.
Yeah.
And he looks at it. What the hell? What the hell? He smells it.
It smells like copper and the reddish, dirty ash that it surrounds the rest of this world. And you can't really tell if it's just because you're sniffing in the world you live in, or the orbs itself have that scent. That's kind of what it smells like.
Okay. He shakes it.
Yeah, it's sort of the best way to describe it is it's kind of like looking at a very small version of the Death Star from Return of the Jedi. Like it's an orb, but not quite complete, and there's little pieces of it missing, and so it clearly is supposed to be the shape upon completion of an orb, but not really. And as you shake it, you can hear some sort of like bits of little edges of things sort of in the wind. It's very quiet.
Right. He pulls out the other one because he has two of them, and he's just looking at it.
Yeah, what are you thinking about when you look at those two?
Just maybe how I could have done better. How did I get to this point in my life where I have both of these, and they're just not perfect? They're just not perfect.
Yeah, have you ever tried to use them? Have you ever tried to see what would happen if you used just the half complete balls?
As Frank, I think he probably would have.
Sure.
I think he's probably tried multiple times. Just kind of putting them together, pulling them apart, saying like a Hail Mary. But so far, nothing really seems to work that he notices. He's just not sure what to look for at this point because he's thinking, man, maybe if I do this, they'll explode or have some devastating effect on my environment.
Sure, yeah. You have used them once before. You've at least tried. You've attempted. Will you roll me a program roll?
Oh, I sure can.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
You've attempted in the past to turn these on. And what ended up happening is thankfully, because of your roll, no one was hurt, but it did drain a lot of power from the facility. And because you do not have that much power, you realize that it just, until you have complete working balls, another attempt would literally drain any and all possible generators or power reserves in this reality that you're in, and you would be in the dark forever. So you realize the next attempt we do is our last attempt. We cannot do any more after that. So I have to complete these orbs. I have to make sure they're right and up to my specifications from the previous ones I made. You have to complete these before you attempt one more time.
Okay. Gotta finish these.
Will you, as you stare at them, will you roll for me this would be either comprehend, or you could roll a lead, heart roll. I'll let you decide which one you think is better to work with.
I'll roll a comprehend.
Go for it. Yeah. Look at these rolls. You realize that all of your hard work, all the things you've done to put these together, there's something missing. Something that when you made the first set of alternate orbs, when you made the first set of sort of like makeshift human created orbs, the thing that was missing is that in the original set, there was something that you couldn't explain, something that seemed almost mystical or something that seemed otherworldly, something about them that when you created your new pair back in the past, there was something in them that you managed to add, something that you managed to trap from the first pair in this new pair. And the ones you're creating in this reality don't really have that. It's missing that essence, that being. And
these balls are not the ones that I had before, you're saying?
No, so there are technically 3 sets now. There's the original, which the Secret 7 has.
Right.
There's the ones that you are currently inside of or have opened a pocket dimension to somewhere.
Right.
And then they're the ones you're trying to create so you can get out. So you can leave.
Okay.
Got it. But the biggest problem is that the first pair, there's something like the originals, wherever they're from, there's something mystical and magical about them that makes them, as you discussed with the Secret 6, or well, now Secret 6, there's something you discussed with them that was like, on the other side's of paradise. When you go through that portal, it's beautiful. It's green and gorgeous, and it goes on forever. And in the ones that are human-made, it's this weird red world. It has a cliff that leads to, like, it's just this town. Beyond that is emptiness and a void. And it still works. And the reason why you surmise is because whatever being was associated with the first one is somehow still associated with this one. But the third set you're making in this world, you don't have that. And the only way that you think you can achieve a complete set of orbs is by capturing whatever it is, this essence of whatever it is, and putting it in these as well. And thankfully, you have found that there are 4 kids, one of which has traveled multiple times back and forth and is in some way connected with this world and with this creature, one of which can see this creature, one of which can hear this creature, and one of which is like being sort of controlled by the Secret 7 who used to work with and is in possession of a ring that they had, so is in some way connected. And if the 4 of them could possibly reach this creature, maybe they could capture it in some way and bring it back to you. However, you just told these kids that there's like parts down there that you need, but in reality, you're actually just waiting for them to just be swallowed alive by this thing or whatever.
Right, like I hope they get possessed or some shit. Yeah,
and somehow find a way to bring it back to you, and so then you can take it.
Okay, so I'm aware that Fern and Sam are already gone, right?
Yes, you told them to go out in the morning, early morning.
Yep. All right. Well, I guess I better get up, eat some breakfast. I wonder what Alexis has made. God, I hope it's not something with goddamn mushrooms in it again. And he gets up. He goes out of his tent. Because he doesn't need to change his clothes. He doesn't feel the need to like clean himself. He's got on the same pair of pants he's been wearing forever. I mean, dude barely washes his hands, so he's really just like, I don't need to do any of this. Doesn't matter. If my hygiene offends you.
You walk out the tent,
right?
And you begin to
You
walk out the tent and you begin to like eat some mushrooms. There's a plate already set up for you. It's already finely chopped just the way you like it. You go out there and you start to munch and you hear it rank. And from under a cloth on your table of all your stuff, someone's trying to contact you. Frank?
This is Frank, over.
Frank. Hey, it's Freddy out here in the wilds. I found something you're probably going to know about.
Yeah, okay, you gonna tell me?
I know you told me not to report it unless it was something really important, and I found a man. He's injured real bad, and he's in a like a black suit, and I think he's part of the agency. He keeps talking about it's. I know it sounds crazy, but he mentioned my sister.
Your sister.
Yeah, he said that. I told you about Fern, right? He mentioned that she was here, and I don't know, Frank. He seems like he knows something.
Freddy, you know your sister was here, right?
I mean, only the little bit you told me.
Right. Well, when Frank takes a hearty swallow of coffee or whatever the, brown liquid is.
Yeah.
I got some news for you, Freddy. I sent Fern and her friend.
What? I'm sorry, Fern's here now?
Sam. Yeah. She was here a little bit ago. She stayed the night. I sent her over to the facility.
Wait, she came back? I thought that she was.
Yeah, no, she came back. Yep. Real healthy too.
How's she look? It's been years.
The damnedest thing. She looks the same. Like she hasn't aged. Like she looks younger. Imagine that.
Well, I don't understand.
10 years younger, maybe. Like she's just like she went backwards. So I'm not surprised, honestly. I mean, when I first saw her, I was like, "Whoa, the hell happened to you?" But hey, when this crazy shit happening, nothing's
that doesn't make sense, Frank. Right? I thought she was.
No.
Oh God. In her 20s.
No, she's a kid.
Okay, well,
anyway.
This guy's asking me to take him back to you. He's real hurt. He's hurt bad. You might have answers.
You said he has a suit?
Yeah, guy has a suit, and he's been shot in the leg. He is hurt pretty bad.
Is it a nice suit?
He has like a fancy ring. He says his name is Al.
A ring?
Yeah, it's like a black ring.
Fred, are you out there alone?
Yeah, I'm in Quadrant 7 like you asked me to. Checking on some of the machines.
Didn't I ask you to bring Sam with you?
I don't remember. It's been 2 weeks.
God damn it, Freddy. All right, bring him back. Bring him back one piece, okay? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. Don't get any scratches on the suit. Okay?
You want me to contact Sam? Get some help?
Where's Sam now? Is he in the...
Sam is out in the forest somewhere. I think he's tending to the makeshift mushroom crops.
That was her name. Her name was Sam too. That's right. Because I forgot. When she told me her name, I was like, "Well, you should meet the other Sam here. He's pretty intimidating." That was Fern's friend. His name was Sam too.
Little Fernie has friends?
Yeah, apparently. I don't know. Maybe it's her babysitter. Who knows, Freddy? All right, I'm gonna need you to bring back the man for me in one piece, and don't get hurt. I don't have enough bandages.
Yeah, he's like, "All right, Chief," and you hear like and it clicks off.
All right, Frank out. Over.
Frank, do you recognize any of that? what he said, anything that he mentioned? Do you recognize any of the suit stuff? In fact,
Definitely
give me a roll.
the ring. Definitely
Yeah,
the
give
ring.
me a roll. Let's see how much you recognize. Give me a comprehend roll. Yeah, you know exactly who this is. You know where he's from. You probably know what he's doing there. Do you think this is good news or bad news? How do you view this?
Oh, this is bad. This is bad news. Why is this guy out here with this ring? But also, Frank might have a new suit. So that's pretty cool. You know,
Yeah.
the thing about this whole environment here is that Frank is not exactly hurting. He's treated like a king. So while he wants to finish these orbs, make sure that they're perfect, and get enough power for him, he's not in like a huge rush to do anything. So he's like, cool, maybe I'll get a new suit. Maybe we can grill this guy about his ring and how he got a hold of the ring and why he's here in this environment with us.
Sure. You begin to go about your day and begin working and tinkering on these two orbs. You're obsessed with them, waiting for Freddy and this mysterious owl character to reach the camp. Penny, you sort of begun your day. You've left Alexis's his tent, her basic encampment area, and you are free to sort of do whatever, because as one of the more fit and more like tough members of this camp, you're kind of there for protection, but your day-to-day really isn't anything special. Like, you don't have to do anything. What do you do?
Well,
well, got some soup.
got some soup.
Yeah, you can. Tell me how you do that. What do you do?
Let's see. I got my job as for protection and everything. I guess I'll like just kind of, if I don't have anything that I'm assigned to do right now, then I guess I'll just like kind of make a round, I guess. Go around, just kind of make sure everybody's okay, make sure nobody needs anything, kind of thing.
Yeah, you begin to walk by all the different. Yeah, you walk by all the different workers, and you have with you a spear, a makeshift spear that you crafted. It sort of has like a metal jabby bit at the end. It's pretty rudimentary. It isn't like you've honed it into a fine edge. It's just like a really sharp piece of metal that you've wrapped around this stick, and you know how to use it. And you've definitely killed some beasts before, but you've never killed a man or a woman or any sort of sentient creature that at least that you're aware of. You begin to walk around, and you notice that everyone's sort of going about their business. Alexis is being hoisted up into the rafters, sort of like weld some bits of the window back together, because the winds last night were very bad, and you want to make sure that none of that red dust gets in. So you're sort of like, she's up there, and you see her working, and some of the other old ladies who are doing the Rosie the Riveter kind of thing way back when are still doing it, and they're up there just like going to it. And you look over and you see Ivan just knee deep in parts and pieces, trying to get this pump to work so that you can get water from the lake into the filtration system into the actual pool area, so you guys can have fresh water. And he's sitting there, and there's just parts all around him, and the like gunk's coming out the other side of it, and he's just like, oh. And you see Frank just back to everyone, working, fiddling with these two orbs that he's been doing for as almost long as you've known him. He's done very little else.
I'll go over to Ivan and see if there's like any like heavy lifting or something he needs, since he's a small, frail man in my eyes.
Yeah, he is very, very thin. Yeah, Ivan, Penny walks up to you, and you're just sort of working on this pump system. Do you need anything? Do you acknowledge her? What do you do?
Ivan, you need me to like, pick up anything or hold on to something for you or tighten one of those metal parts right there? As I point like a bolt.
I look at the wrench that I probably have like a toolkit or like
You have a huge,
basic-
like a very big wheeled around toolkit. It isn't like one of those,
it's
a
one
toolbox.
of
You have like
the-
a kit. Yeah.
yeah. It's like one of the cart, like craftsman carts or whatever that you
Oh,
push
yeah.
around.
Mhm.
Sure.
Yeah.
I say, okay. I look at the bolt that Penny pointed to. I say, you ever used the wrench like this before?
I mean, yeah, maybe. Yeah, of course. I've used a that before. It
Well,
yeah.
yes. Okay. Well, would you like
What does
to?
it do?
Okay. Well, when you apply force in a certain direction, you can, loosen or tighten a bolt, and you want to make sure that the distribution. Ivan stops and thinks about who he's talking to for a second. You want to make sure it looks nice all around. All the bolts are
Oh.
nice and happy and even.
Yeah, I like pretty things.
Yes, it looks nice. Yes, would you like to try?
Yeah, and grab it and try to fit it on there.
Sure.
Eh.
Roll for me. Give me a force body roll. Yeah, you get it. First time. Like you do it perfectly.
Look, you are a natural. Look at this. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm helping with metal things.
Yes, you are. Look, you could in no time you will be an artisanal bolt tightener. Yes.
What?
Wonderful. Yeah, you will be very good at fixing things.
Is this how you fix things?
Yes,
Wow.
exactly. This is how you fix it. Doesn't it feel good to be efficient and productive?
Yeah, it does. Usually I'm just going around stabbing things and picking up stuff, but this is different. I like it.
Yes. Now, think about this. Who benefits from things being fixed?
Everybody?
Everybody, yes, that's true. Very good, Penny. Yes, everybody benefits from things being fixed. Now, who is the one fixing things?
You're fixing things.
Yes, you, me, and now you, right? Yes,
I'm fixing things.
you are
I've-
fixing things.
I'm
Yes,
helping everybody.
You're helping everybody now. Isn't it wonderful when everybody helps everybody else?
It does feel nice.
It feels nice. Yes, it does. It feels wonderful to help everybody else. Now, the problem is sometimes those in power don't help as much as the people who aren't.
Are we talking about Frank?
Oh, well, I did not say his name, but yeah, sometimes people who are considered in charge or in power, they exploit those who help. Because think about it. You help, I help, we all help in our different ways. But sometimes people like to think that they help simply by telling others what to do.
But he says that's what a leader's job is. The burden of
Yes.
leadership is making
Yes.
decisions.
The burden of leadership. That is what he would like you to think. Well, I will not speak of it much at the moment, but just remember, it feels nice to help and to fix, yes? Perhaps the next thing we should fix should be our society, yes?
What's that?
Oh, it's where we live. It's what we're living in right now.
I look around at my surroundings.
Yeah, as you do, Morgan, will you roll for me a tinker tech roll?
Nothing. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, a bit of scrap sort of falls down near the two of you. Not in like a way that's gonna hurt you, but just sort of you can see sort of the welding, like little embers falling down near you, and above you is Alexis just going to town working. Alexis, do you notice that you are sort of showering these two with this like metal embers?
Uh huh.
Are you doing it on purpose? Or are you just
Yep.
like, okay, yeah,
Because I like a little chaos in the day.
yeah. Are you trying to do anything? Like, are you trying to communicate with them? Are you like gonna say anything? Or you're just gonna keep working?
I'm just gonna keep working. I'm listening. I think it's very interesting. I think Ivan's
Yeah.
barking up the wrong tree, but I think I'm suspicious he's trying to put himself in as king.
Interesting.
Howard does
Okay.
correct.
Yeah. As the group of you go about your day, you begin to work. There's some commotion over by the entrance, and someone you haven't seen in a while. It's been 2, maybe 3 weeks. Comes in, covered in the red dust of the wastes. He has all of his gear on. He has his goggles, and he pulls off his hat, and you recognize it as Freddy, one of the more recent, newer members. And like with most recent new members, Frank's not too trusting of people who just show up in this world who weren't from the original crew. And so he assigns them to the far out reaches. So, for example, you know that poor kid Johnny was put near the school. You know that Freddy was put out in the town to sort of monitor different things out there. You know that Wang is one of the guys who you haven't seen in maybe years. You have no idea what happened to him. And you remember a few others that were out and about that were pushed out of town, basically because Frank didn't like the fact that there was new people here, and it gave everyone in town sort of someone new to talk to, and it brought new ideas, and it was a little dangerous. So yeah, this is the first time we've seen Freddy in a while. And Freddy's definitely one of the good troopers, one of the good little soldiers, but he like everyone else hasn't been around for quite some time. And he's come back with a guy on a sort of stretcher he's crafted out of some of the metal sheets from town, and on it is a man in a very modern looking suit with just blood covering his leg. And some of the townsfolk run over to go help him, but you're on the other side of the pool area, and you see this all going down. What do the three of you do?
Penny will run over.
Yeah,
Something's happening, and she needs to know what's going on so she can protect people.
yeah. Penny runs over. Alexis, do you get down from your work, or do you stay up there at a vantage point, or do you do anything at all?
I'm gonna get down because I'm gonna bring Freddy soup.
Okay, yeah.
I have to feed everybody.
Sure. What do you do, Ivan?
Ivan will keep working, but he'll kind of like occasionally look over and see if anything changed in the situation, because he's sort of in the middle of something.
Yeah, Frank, you're
that's
not caught up.
Not really.
Yeah, I mean, Frank, you're kind of caught up in your work. You see Ivan's kind of doing his thing too, and so you know that you probably put your faith in the right person to keep your place running. But everyone else is sort of scrambling over there, and you see that Alexis is going down to the big pot of soup, and she's gonna go try and feed this person who just came back. And Penny's over there, spear in hand, ready to throw down if something goes wrong. And you have like a brief moment of like, yeah, I do run this place very well. But you notice more and more people begin to drop sort of what they're doing and running over, not to look at Freddy, but to see this weird man who looks vastly different than everyone else. He is clean shaven. He looks like he is well taken care of, very fit, but not like malnourished. And he appears to be from like all these other people who have arrived from a different time.
All right. Give him some space. He needs space. Look at him. He's bleeding from his leg. Come on. Back up. Hey, bud. How many fingers I'm holding up?
I look, I know it's 2, but I see a 3rd. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Where's the medic at this point? Who is the person that takes care of?
I don't know.
All right. We need a bandage.
I can field dress it. had to help people before they got hurt.
All right, Penny. Fieldress's leg. Do you have any alcohol or anything?
The bullet's still in there. I need someone to help me get it out, or else it's just gonna get infected.
Oh Christ!
Strangely enough,
Okay.
I've been shot before, so I need someone
right,
to get it out, please.
I'm not sure we have any we don't have any local anesthetics or anything, so you're just gonna have to grin and bear it, okay, bud?
Yeah, no, I am already in a lot of pain, so
All right, fair
get
enough.
it over with, please.
All right, guys, let's carry him over here. Everyone, move! He's bleeding out. All right, let's set him right over here on this bench. And then, hey, Kevin, get the tongs.
Okay, boss. And like runs over and grabs these pretty gnarly tongs.
I can use my spear and dig it out too.
No. That's gonna.
What if we didn't do that?
That's gonna make it even worse. We're not doing
what if
that.
we didn't do that?
Al, we're not gonna use a spear to dig out a bullet. All right.
What's
Yeah,
a
give me
bullet?
those. Give me these.
God, I
Right.
almost said a very Eddie thing because I forgot who I was playing. I almost said, what if we used a bullet to get out the bullet? And we shot the bullet through him. No,
Oh
never kidding.
Lord. All right. Okay, bud. Everything for you to bite. Here, just what is this? Is this bread? Here, take some bread. Chew on that. Probably stale as hell anyway. All right.
Yeah, he bites down this bread and you hear like an audible crunch, and clearly he can't chew through it. It is very stale bread. Whatever
Right,
this
it's very
is,
stale
whatever
bread.
you tried to make into bread, really wasn't actually bread in the end.
Yeah,
it's
it's
pretty
more like-
nasty.
Like hardtack something or other. So,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going in. Say a couple words if you need to. And Frank
Oh,
grabs his
goddammit, do
guy's
it!
leg and just goes in with the tongs into his leg.
Yeah. Yeah, you dig into his legs and hear him just go like "Argh," the entire time as you do.
Okay. All right.
And blood
okay.
is like it's getting like on your outfit as you're just digging in there.
Okay, Penny, can we get some cloth or something?
Yeah, and like take my shirt off and like hand it to him.
To soak this. Jesus, Penny. Give me that. All right, Frank
Yeah,
doesn't have
you-
time to look at boobs right now, but God, does he want to? So he keeps digging in this guy's leg, and he's just looking around for any sign of bullet.
Yeah, roll for me. Give me a oh man, I'm gonna do I'll let you decide. You can either tinker or investigate.
Probably tinker.
Go for it.
Okay, never mind.
Nope. You still can't find it. You're digging in there and he is like "Ah!" Yeah. Keep going.
Hey, you sure you got shot, man?
Yes, I'm definitely sure.
We'll see no
Ah,
bullet.
maybe I'm gonna have to use my hands. I really don't want to, pal, because that's how we get infection. But I don't know if these tongs are really doing much for your cause.
Yeah, he straight up passes out. Just passes
Oh,
out.
God damn, we lost him. Okay, well now I can just go in with my hands. So Frank just starts digging around with his hands.
Oh, yeah. Go for it. Dig away.
Okay, there he goes.
Yeah,
He's
give me
in
a
there. What should I roll?
What do you think?
Uh,
Explain to me how you
Is
find this.
investigate okay? Because he's searching.
Sure.
So he's searching
Yeah,
with
yeah.
his handies.
Yeah.
This is like Surgeon Simulator. Okay.
Oh Jesus Christ! No.
Oh God.
You still can't find it. There's blood everywhere now. It looks bad. This guy is. You have
God.
made it worse. Whatever wound he has, you have made it so much worse. He is in a bad place right now.
Okay.
Can anyone think of any other way to help?
Maybe we're gonna have to use something to try and draw the bullet out. Can anyone think, Frank? Think.
Frank, let me see. Give me your belt, Frank.
Can I
Yeah,
at
yeah.
this point
Here's my belt.
interject?
Why do you need my belt?
And like start tying it around his leg because I've seen
Oh.
people like get bit in the leg and stuff and stop the blood
flow.
from running.
Right. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hey,
got
give me a roll for that. You can determine
Yeah.
what you roll. I'll let you decide how you tie that on. But give me a roll. Let's see how successful you are.
I'm just gonna force that sucker on there. How about that? Just,
Yeah, you get it. You get it on there, and you've definitely done this enough times to know that at least he's not gonna die from you guys messing around with this. Although you don't know about his leg. This could be bad depending on what happens. This dude may lose a leg. So yeah, what were you saying, Ivan? There was something you wanted to do?
Oh, I wanted I wanted to go up to this guy and see if I could maybe help him, like, like emotionally, because this guy seems to be suffering.
Oh, he's passed out.
He's passed out.
He's totally passed out now.
Okay. All
But
right.
maybe you can help the others who are definitely suffering emotionally from bad rolls. There might be something you can do to help them.
Okay. All right. Look.
oh yeah, I got heart too. I forgot about that.
What is the problem here? What is wrong with this man's leg?
Ivan,
as
look, he
you
got
get over-
shot.
Yeah, as you
Oh,
get over there,
God.
Alexis, you join the group with a bowl of soup in your hand.
Oh, so wholesome.
Oh my goodness. Okay. What kind of tools do we have here? Oh god.
All right,
Okay.
I have my computer repair kit. I got tweezers. I got all these little tools. Why don't I take a little look-see at this thing?
Do we?
All right, yeah,
do
Alexis, put down the soup. Let's take a look. Take a look at his leg. See
Do
if you
I-
can find
do
the
I-
bullet. I can't, and Frank's hands are just covered in blood.
Do I by any chance have a plumber's torch or some kind of like fire?
You can go back to the other side of the pool and get what Alexis was working with to weld some stuff.
Because if we're gonna go in the way that he's thinking is if we're gonna go into here, we need to sterilize whatever we're gonna use. So I wanted to basically
Yeah.
like heat it up and then use it, put it in water to like cool it off so that it at least be better than just dirty tools that we're working with.
Absolutely. I think
Yeah.
come up with a plan. I know that you and
Okay.
Alexis probably could figure this out. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So yeah, what do you think?
All right, Alexis, do you have anything to like a torch, lighter, plumber's torch, anything?
Well. Okay, so I have the torch back up where we were. I also have some little fire in my camp where I was cooking the soup, so we can sterilize in there.
Okay, that is a good idea. Okay, this man has been shot and apparently clumsily operated on recently. Oh, I wonder how that could have happened. So we need to
Swear to
remove
God, Ivan,
what? Did you
treading on
I'm not-
thin ice here, man. Look what
I'm
I'm
not-
trying to do for this person's leg. He came in
Yeah.
and he was dying, and you're gonna come at me for this?
I did
Okay,
not-
boys. I know this is a stressful situation, but
My
maybe
hand
we-
is itching. My hand is itching.
maybe we fight.
Here it
All
comes.
right, boys.
Here it
All
comes.
right. Maybe we fight a little bit later. Okay, right now, Ivan, why don't you go sterilize the tools? You bring them back to me as fast as you can. I'm going to use some fresh water and try to clean up the wound a little bit, okay?
All right, I'll do
Boys,
that
you can
also.
fight later. You'll fight later. Don't you worry.
Oh, trust me, I have no intention of fighting. I mean, look what he did to this
Oh.
poor man. I would obviously lose.
Okay, Ivan, why don't you go? Go on.
Okay,
Go
I'm
sterilize the
going. I'm
tools.
going. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, if the two of you can roll for me, Ivan, you're gonna make a roll in order to sterilize these tools that Alexis has. Alexis, you're gonna make a roll to determine how efficient you are at boiling this hot water and making sure that you can like cool these tools off when they come back and make sure they're sterilized.
Would I be Tinker? I'm guessing.
You
or
tell me,
something?
how are you gonna do this? Like, what is the process in which you try to do this?
Okay, so what I'd like to do is, if we have like pliers or tweezers or something, I'd like to
Yep.
stick them in the fire. Stick them in the fire,
Mhm.
for maybe I don't know, 15, 20 seconds.
So you
and
have
then-
a pretty rudimentary old school computer toolkit, which includes little tweezers and
Yeah.
like screwdrivers that have like bendy things, and there's all these like little tiny picks that you can grab at stuff. There's a lot of stuff in this that you can use and sterilize for sure.
Okay, yeah, I'll probably I'll pick like tweezers and something else. Because I just want to heat them up because I'm sure they've been used for stuff and they're not clean. So I want to make sure that they're clean. Yeah, I want to make sure that they're clean if I'm going to be putting this in a guy's leg.
Yeah. Give me that roll.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna go for. I think Tinker is probably the most appropriate here.
Okay.
Hey. All right. Cool. I'll take.
Yeah,
one.
you totally managed to heat them to a accurate, but not like like kind of guessing an estimation of what would actually not melt them, but keep them very sanitized. But now they are very, very hot. Alexis, give me a roll for your hot water. Let's see what's going on. See if you can have some water to cool this stuff down.
No, sorry, there seems to be a delay, so it's going to pop up any second.
I believe in this. You can do this.
I'm probably going to restart Roll20 after this. No? I tried again. No? Okay. Oh, yay! No? I hear the noise.
Let's see. No, all I see is Octo. Oh my goodness!
Okay. There you go.
I'm gonna give you that second one because I likes you so much. So you got it. You get this too, and you heat this water up, and it carries over to when Ivan comes back, and the two of you dip these tools that are very, very hot into this water, and it starts to boil a little bit, but eventually simmers down, and you put on your sort of like gloves that you use to mess with the various waters around the facility. Ivan, you reach in and grab these tools and you dry them off, like air dry, shake them, and the two of you now have the ability to get this bullet out. The question is, which one of you is going to do it?
All right, Alexis, do you think do you trust yourself more with I guess the rudimentary operation than with than me? I will defer to you if you think that you can do it. I
think we need both of us to work together.
All right. Okay.
So why don't you start getting in there, and then I'll wipe the blood away. And do I get extra too for my computer repair kit for my iconic item?
Yeah. If you roll with that, that's what you should roll with.
Can I do investigate then, like to try and find the bullet, or would it be something else? Would it be a more physical task?
Yeah, you can investigate.
Yeah.
I use my heart to help him.
Sure, give me a heart roll. Let's see if you can help it.
You gonna be my hype man?
Yeah, I'm gonna be your hype man. What I don't know. I don't know what contact actually does, or which one.
So just to explain again, contact is I know a person that could probably help us. Charm is I'm gonna try and charm you, and lead is hey, I'm going to guide you through this action.
Yeah,
like I'm your leader.
Yeah,
and so it probably could be lead, like you're giving him moral support. You're saying like we can do this, dude.
Yeah, that's good to say. Ivan, you use a lot of really big words, and I believe that you can do this. Just keep your hand steady, and I kind of like put my hand on his wrist and give him kind of a wink.
Thank you, Penny. This is very sweet of you.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
that's a good helpful roll.
Okay. Hey, all right.
Sure. So, you
have
a 3 on
I
this investigate.
Succeeded at a mind roll. This is unprecedented.
And I did a heart roll. I can't believe it.
I can't. Wow.
These characters are infinitely better than the characters you created. They do so much better. They can actually do things. Yeah, you discover exactly where the bullet is, and you can see it. Because of Frank's sort of hacking away, trying to pull at this, enough flesh has been sort of like torn asunder that it's very visible to you where this bullet is, but Frank didn't have the tools with which to pull out the bullet. He literally would have been pulling out like muscle and tendon if he tried.
Right. Okay, can I get it out with the tweezers? Is this going to be a separate roll?
You can try, but Alexis has the toolkit roll, and that might be more beneficial.
Okay, all right. Alexis, I can see the bullet here. Do you see?
I see it. Okay. I'll give it a shot. It's just like fixing a computer.
You got this, Alexis.
Yeah.
Apparently,
You see exactly. Yeah, you see exactly where it's at. You know exactly where to get it. You know how to grab it. You can do this.
Okay. So what do I roll for this, or do I just do it?
You got it. No, you can just
Sweet.
tell me, explain to me how you get it out.
I take a deep breath. I just pretend I am fixing a computer, and I just pluck it out.
It comes out
but dramatically,
smoothly, and just clinks, falls on the ground. Penny, you look down. You've never seen a bullet before. You've heard of them. You know that guns exist because there's some people around here who have guns, but you don't have access to them. No one's let you ever touch one or see a bullet or hold a gun. You just see like, these are rare. Like, there are plenty of guns in this world, but bullets are a commodity. There's not a lot of bullets around. And so you see this thing, it's all like mashed up and sort of flattened.
Yeah.
And you are just like, what? How do you react to this?
How did this little bitty smashed thing do all that damage? It's not even sharp.
Pretty Penny, it used to be. I'll explain everything to you later. Don't worry, little sweetie. I'll tell you all about how it works. Well, I know because it got smashed. Can you get me some bandages, Pretty Penny?
Listen,
like start taking like the pants off.
No. You could keep your own pants. Keep your pants.
Yeah, they're actual bandages. There are real bandages here, but they're on the other side of the camp.
I'll be right back and like go dashing off.
Go get the bandages. Okay. Franklin,
pants in hand.
Franklin, I have an important question. I need you.
Yep.
I need you to answer me honestly.
Yeah.
Do you have any alcohol in the camp somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to need it. Not to drink, but to disinfect this man's leg.
Hey, what's the harm in having a couple drinks while you're working, right? All right, so Frank.
Yes, what is the harm? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah,
Frank,
let me do something really quick. Oh my god, this is terrible. Okay, I'm gonna roll RD.
Oh, she's actually going to get the vodka. How considerate.
So, you guys are the luckiest people who ever lived. I did an RD6. I listed 6 types of alcohol. Vodka was number 3, so you have that going for you.
Nice. That's actually the
But
yeah.
I really wish that you would have gotten either schnapps or Jamaican rum. Would have been very nice. Like, just some things that really would have made it worse. But you got vodka, so congrats. Yeah, so you have vodka on premises.
Okay.
Ah, wonderful. Okay, thank you. I promise not to use too much of the vodka. At least.
Hey, we know how you are with vodka, right?
Yes.
You freaking Russian commies and your vodka.
Yes,
so Frank goes around to
Russian
the pool and has a tile that he just removes, and he reaches into the wall and then puts the tile back.
Yeah,
There's
we
a
see
bottle
a
of
sort of
vodka.
we see sort of an over the shoulder shot as Frank reaches in, and inside of this thing that it's kind of in your tent in the back in an area right up against the wall of the pool, and we look over your shoulder, and inside is not just a lot of alcohol, but things that appear to be sort of like maybe drugs and money and weapons and weird things that just, it seems like all of the fun stuff that was around years ago, Frank kind of stole for himself and has been keeping away from these people for a while, but maybe every once in a while sharing with his like friends when they come over. But you seem to have a lot, and you take it back to the group, and you have a bottle, and it literally is labeled Sector 7 on it, and it says Sector 7 vodka, and then it says like 4 uses, and has like a list of uses on it. It's a fairly average size bottle. What do you do?
So Frank says, I got it. We're about to save this man's life. Just kidding. I'm about to save his life because I do all the work around here. So he just uncorks it. It has the drink, has a sip, and he passes it to Ivan.
Ivan, hearing what... Oh, perhaps later. Ivan, upon hearing I do all the work around here, raises his eyes and looks at Penny. All right, did Penny get the bandages?
Yeah, Penny's come back with the bandages. Yeah.
Ivan sort of goes, and then immediately takes the bandages and sort of like dabs some vodka on there, and then like a little on the wound. The guy's passed out, right? So he's not gonna feel this.
Yeah,
he's super passed out.
Yeah. So he gingerly sort of sprinkles a little on the wound, and then like does his best. I mean, he's obviously not a trained medical professional, but he does his best to sort of wrap the wound as best he can.
Sure.
Do I need to roll for that?
For me.
Or
give me a roll. Let's see. What do you think that should be?
This is a tricky one.
Explain to me how you would do this.
So I wanna wrap it so that the wound is closed. I mean, this is like how big is this wound?
It is, when he got there, it was a bullet hole size wound. Now it is more of a, like, it's a wound as big as size? It's been stretched to the point where it looks kind of like it's as big as a business card, if that makes sense.
Ooh, okay, that's bad. Okay, so it's pretty rough.
It's pretty rough. The flesh is, the thing is I'm trying to think of the least gross way to explain it. If there was like a hole, and then the flesh was like here, like this.
Yeah. The
flesh has been ripped apart like that.
Okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You can put it back together. You can put the flesh back together, but if you just leave it, it's just like this, like just open and sort of like a gash in his thigh.
I'm gonna try and say either tinker or, because it's not force,
right?
It's either a tech or a mind roll in my mind, and I'm thinking tech
is probably using your hands.
Yeah, tech feels more like using hands to me, especially tinker. So can I use that?
Go nuts. The human body is just a meat machine. You can do this.
It's true.
Yeah.
Should we try to sew it?
Ew.
I mean, the sewing gets really tricky. We could try it.
Yeah, Alexis, you may be able to use your tools in some way to try and sew.
Yeah.
Somehow get it to close a little bit.
If you have
maybe there's
thread, if you have thread or the kind of a sewing needle, we can stitch the wound closed. But I'm not a doctor. I'm a mechanic.
I mean,
can't you just attach it to a toothpick?
I mean,
none of us know how to do this at all.
Yeah, none of us. I am not a doctor, but I've seen TV show. I have seen General Hospital.
You can try to sear the flesh back on.
Oh,
if you burn the skin, you can sear it. You can cauterize it and sear the flesh together.
Ugh. This man,
God, he's already passed out.
Yeah, Ivan waves his hand in front of the guy's face. He's like, is he? No, I think he's gone.
I think he's out. He's out cold.
Okay. Well, so you cannot apply direct flame to wound. You need to have something, a tool to actually.
Why don't we sew it? And then, so why don't we sew it? And then we'll make sure that his leg is always raised. We'll lay him out and make sure his leg is raised, and so that the blood won't flow to it. I know how to sew. I can sew it.
Let's put some tape on it. That fixes everything.
Yes, that is usually true.
Pretty Penny.
This is actually true for most things, but the human body is unfortunately not like air conditioning. Well, for the most part. But, yes, okay. We need thread and needle. Do you know where I can find either of those?
Okay, pretty penny. I'll just go do it. And then I just go back to my
Okay. Just walk away.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know exactly where some is. You've had to sew many uniforms back together over the years.
Penny, here. I'll get can I like tear up a piece of bandage off and like put some vodka on it and be like, look, keep the wound, you must keep it clean. So wipe away any blood or anything you see leaking out. Just make sure that it's clean and taken care of. Wipe away all of the grime, just like you would wipe away corruption. You know what I mean? Are you understanding what I'm saying?
No. But wipe away the blood and the dirt. Yes.
Yes, right. All the dirty things, wipe them away. Just get rid of them. Just get this so it's nice and clean. Okay, yes, wonderful.
Okay.
Yes, you're
I'll keep
doing
it clean.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, give me a roll. Give me a keep it clean roll. What does that look like? Yeah.
Well, let's see. What can she actually do? I mean, I just keep imagining like Tinker being like a go-to, but then maybe she just maybe he's asleep. Maybe she's just like force like rubs it like he like be clean like a pan or something. She's like clean.
Sure, it could work. It could work.
All right. Well, you want me to force body it? I don't know.
You could force move and try to like, I'm sorry, body move or body sneak. Try to be like, I'm being very subtle in my movements. There's
sneak would work, I guess. Yeah. I guess like she doesn't want to hurt the poor guy anymore. She feels bad for him. He's passed out and everything.
Sure.
She doesn't want to wake him up. So let's be sneaky about it. Can't do it.
Sure. Oh
Bad
no! Day. Yeah, you begin to rub on his leg, and he springs awake. Like, yeah! And the piece of wood that was in his mouth falls out, and he begins like violently screaming loudly as you rub on his leg. He is like freaking out right now. He is very loud, and as he screams, the whole building begins to shake a little. There's like a little vibration.
Okay, so imagine Penny. She gets scared. She goes into combat mode and just like sticks him in the face as soon as he gets him and starts screaming.
With her weapon? Or did you punch him?
Punch him in the jaw.
Yeah, you literally just go to clock him. Give me a force.
Yeah.
God,
yeah, you punch him right in the face and he passes out again. You just knock him out.
It's like,
yeah,
I just come back for this and I'm like, what the okay, Penny. Okay.
Nice
okay,
right.
Penny.
Penny,
like,
listen,
scary man.
Yes,
as you punch him,
Okay, Penny. Okay.
as you punch him, the room begins to like it settles down and isn't shaking anymore.
Can I like take the guy's pulse, see if he's still alive?
Sure, yeah. Give me a check for that. What would you roll?
Empathize?
Sure, yeah. See what that
Or
looks
no,
like.
let's do investigate. No, let's do investigate. It's probably more appropriate in this situation. They're both
Okay.
the same, so I guess it doesn't matter, but yeah.
Yeah, he still has a pulse. It is faint, but he still has a pulse.
Okay. All right, no more punching. I appreciate the unorthodox anesthetic, but this is no more blunt trauma to the face. Okay,
And she's like,
just
like physically like see her, like she looks like she's on edge right now. Like scared her pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, pretty Penny. Okay. I'm back with the needle and thread, and I'm just gonna douse it in vodka and start trying to sew it up as best I can.
Yeah. Give me a roll. You
Yeah.
begin to sew.
Probably Tinker.
Yeah, Tinker sounds about right.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, you've never sewn flesh before. This is new. It is not going well. You're sticking it in, and it like is kind of ripping at the edges of his skin. Yeah, you're not really sure what to do. Maybe there's a different way. There's a different approach that you can take.
I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna take a deep breath and I'm gonna try to be very, very gentle. I guess I could do sneak. And just like,
all right, well, let's try to be as sneaky and as gentle as possible. Sneaky sewing.
Sneaky. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm doing better.
You try a less technical approach and more of a light hand, and yeah, you manage to start sewing up the wound. And it takes a little bit longer than you would expect, but eventually you're finished, and you cut off the last end of the string you've sewn through this. What do you guys do? There is now a wounded man laying on a metal sheet in front of you. Everyone around you is sort of like, we did it. And they're like high-fiving each other. And Frank looks very proud of himself for having saved this man. And everyone's sort of, yeah,
what a great community I've built.
Everyone sort of kind of forgot that Freddy's back. He's in the corner eating the soup that was brought to him, just watching it all go down.
All right,
what do you do with this guy's body?
Why don't we let him rest? We can go ahead and we can put him in my tent. I'll make sure he gets fed. And I'll tell you, Frank, the second he wakes up. But right now I think he needs to rest. And I'll get hey Frank. Hey Frank, you know what? I think you look mighty nice in that suit. I think you look mighty nice in that suit.
Alexis?
I think so.
Yes, all hail our savior, Frank.
Yeah.
You want me to fix it up for you?
Frank decks Ivan.
Whoa! Ivan, yeah. Frank, give me a force body roll.
He has had it up to here with this shit.
Yeah. Let's see how much you've had it up to.
Oh, he hasn't.
Hey, misses. Ivan, give me a force body roll, please.
We're slap fighting. We're slap fighting.
Yeah, the two of them begin to like fight, but in like a really pathetic way. You see this, Penny, boys. And you see this, Alexis, and you're just like, oof.
Okay, boys. Okay. I know.
We're doing the elephant fight thing where we just swing our hand around at each other.
Yeah,
like
dude.
That. Yeah.
All right.
So you want me to show you how to fight?
Yeah, Penny, you actually know how to fight. You see these two as very pathetic right now.
We don't need to learn how to fight from a girl, okay? We got this. We're men.
Well, listen, she could take both of us. Let's not kid ourselves here.
I'm not kidding anybody, Ivan. Okay? All right? Okay? I will put on this suit. Someone get this man out of this suit.
Sometimes
you can't run in these shoes. What if something chases you?
Sometimes I feel like you're kidding yourself, but okay.
Oh, hey Ivan, why don't you help me get this nice man, our guest, into my tent? Frank, I'll get that suit for you. Just gonna take me a little bit because okay, here's a question, Frank. Do you want it to have one leg and one half leg, or do you want it to be shorts?
Alexis.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen someone in a suit with shorts on?
Well,
actually, this one thing was very funny.
I'm just saying, Frank, one of the legs isn't so good.
Right. We'll work with that. You just leave that leg alone.
Okay. All right.
We'll just make it as much of a suit as we can.
Whatever you say. I will fix it up for you best as I can.
All right.
As you reach down for the suit in order to pull it off, the entire facility begins to shake again. This time it is a little bit more violent than it was before.
And it's just steady.
Okay.
It's steady. It's a steady shake.
What is this? Earthquake?
What's going on? What's going on around here? Frank checks the balls.
Yeah, you look at the balls. You can see there is a sheen that you've never seen in them before. There's something about the outside of the balls that's almost glowing.
Oh god. Oh god.
What is this? Can I roll a comprehend? It's sort of like see
Sure. Yeah. Give
what I
me a
think it could
comprehend
be.
roll. Let's see.
No, I
Get behind
have
me,
no
little-
idea.
You don't know what the hell
Behind me,
this
little
is.
man.
Yeah, you don't know.
Go protectively stand in front of Ivan. Don't worry, little man.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
the darkness.
begin. Oh no, the darkness. Oh, foreboding.
That's
You-
it. Game over. All those characters died. Never mind.
Oh my god! Oh, Elspeth is gone. It's like a murder mystery. What happened? The shaking stops for a brief moment, and the orbs, the color dies down a little bit. You don't know what the hell that was. You have no clue, but it's definitely getting worse.
Hey, I'm gonna turn to Freddie and say, hey, Freddie, what'd you see outside? Do you know what this is?
Freddie looks at you and he like has some soup in his mouth and he sort of like swallows it really quick. And he's like, I mean, earthquake?
Oh, okay.
This ain't an earthquake.
Hey, sweetie, you know your sister was here. Your baby
That's
sister.
That's what Frank said. I haven't seen her in years. Last I heard, she was here, but he looks at Frank. Frank sent her out to go do something or said she went somewhere or I don't know. I thought she was here with us the entire time, but he tells me she's back and she's a kid. And he like stands up and he's like, none of this makes any sense.
Frank sent her out to the temple.
He like slow-mo soup drops. Just like slow, it like cracks, hits the floor, the spoon bounces, and he like grabs you, Frank, and pushes you up against a wall. He's like, you son of a bitch! And he like, what did you do? What did you do to my sister?
Get the hell off me!
Yeah, give me a roll for that push.
About?
Give me a roll for that push. Let's see what happens.
I'm Big
More-
Frank. Don't
More
touch
slap
me.
fighting.
Oh!
Whoa!
Oh my god. You push him right off and he falls back down and everyone sort of backs away from the two of you. He's like, you son of a bitch. You're gonna get my little sister
you're talking
killed.
about? What do you think you think it's your place? Think it's your place to run this? You know, I sacrificed a lot to run this place, and I made sure to put them out of harm's way. When I knew what was going on there. I'm the only one that knows what's going on there. They had to go over there.
What's going on there, Frank? Why don't you tell the rest of us? Because none of us know, and
I don't
everything
think
begins
you
to
need to
shake
know
again.
just now. I don't think you can really handle that right now.
Yeah, the building begins to shake, and it's a little more violent, and it feels a little closer. And the windows, you can hear them start to sort of shake and jingle. The glass starts to begin to like, you can hear it, and everything's just a little bit closer.
Okay. All right. You know what? We don't have time for this right now. Everybody inside the pool. Get inside the pool area. We've got to start going underground. Got to start going underground if we can. Start getting everybody.
We gotta get out of here,
that
Frank. Frank, we gotta get out of here.
We can't leave. We can't
The
leave.
building's gonna come down on top of us, Frank. All of the people here are gonna die, Frank. Why don't you try the balls, Frank? Or why don't we get out of here and see what the problem is?
No, absolutely not. They cannot go outside. It is so dangerous out there right now.
I'll go, Frank. I have nothing to live for anymore. I'm an old lady. I've spent my life here.
You know what, Alexis? That's your choice then, isn't it? And I can't protect you from making that choice, but I am trying to protect these people here right now. If you go outside, you will most likely die. There are a lot of red winds out there right now. There's a lot of shit that's running around because we don't know. We can't control it. There's a lot of beasts coming out of the woods. There's a lot of stuff happening out there. So if you want to go out there and die, go be my guest.
There are more red winds blowing than you know. Alexis, I'll go with you.
All right, you know what? You guys are on your own. On your own. I will take care of this commune because you guys don't want to. Absolutely go out there and die without me. Go out there and die without me.
Will the three of you roll me heart rolls, please?
Straight heart?
Yeah. I want to see I want to see everyone's heart
Uh,
roll. Yeah, Penny, what do
okay.
you want to do? What are you feeling right now?
No.
Well, there's I don't think there's probably never been earthquakes here. That's
Because
scary.
basically, just to, like, give you a heads up, everyone kind of looks to you right now in this moment, because nothing anyone else said convinced anyone anything else than other than, like, everyone's afraid, and you're the only person who doesn't seem terrified right now. You're the bravest of them all. What do? You could sway people in one direction or the other.
Well,
Yeah, you're the
Penny's
only
not
heart
the
roll that
smartest.
succeeded. So
yeah, she's not the brightest, so she really doesn't have any idea what's going on. But it seems that the two people she's kind of come to trust here lately seem to think it's a bad idea to stay here, and she doesn't really like Frank very much. But she also respects Frank, and he's built this community and helped everyone for so long. But maybe Ivan's teachings are starting to get to her. I don't know.
yeah, what do you do? Which way do you go?
Such a tough choice, because she doesn't know. So she's just going to do base survival and take cover and say that we should get in the pool.
Okay. Yeah. Penny begins to gather the people around her and sort of lead them back down to the pool. Ivan, Alexis, you see that Penny has sort of just abandoned you, and Frank, you notice that Penny, your sway over her continues, and your sway over these people continues, and it appears that only Ivan and Alexis are the only troublemakers here.
Because they don't know. They don't know. They don't know what's out there. So that's fine. Let it take them. Let it take them.
What do the two of you do as Frank begins to head back into the pool with the rest of them? Alexis, Ivan, what do the two of you do?
I really want the balls.
You can try and grab them from Frank. Frank has those balls.
I'm gonna try to grab them.
Okay.
They're in my pocket.
I think, all right.
Um,
You have to roll a force roll to try and grab them. All right. And I'm going to need Frank to roll a force roll to counter that grab.
Oh, Lord. Lose my balls, boys. Almost lose my balls, boys.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Alexis, you jump on Frank. Despite being old, Frank is just as old as you.
wiry.
The two of you are, the two of you are roughly the same age and roughly the same physical condition. And so you jump on Frank and begin to reach for those balls, and you grab one out of his pocket. Frank, you can't really stop her. She got you. She took you by surprise. She has one of the balls right now. Ivan, what do? You see this go down. You see that Alexis is tired of this shit.
I help her. I help her out.
All right, give me a force roll. And I need you to roll me a force roll as well, Frank.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm just feeling all
They
my
jump
force
on
roll.
you. They jump on you, Frank, and hold you down, and you grab the other ball, Ivan. Penny, you see that Frank is being assaulted, and everyone turns around and looks at you for help.
They're taking the most important thing in this entire establishment.
That's not true, because the most important thing in this entire establishment is the people.
Of course it is. That's why I'm trying to save them, you idiot. What are you doing?
What have you ever done to save the people, Frank? You tell those people what you've done to save them.
I'll absolutely tell them what I've done to save them. I built this place. I built this community. I saved everyone's life. I'm doing it for the good of the people. No one knows what those balls do except me.
Penny, what do you do?
They built the community. They
big
built
choice.
the community.
Big choice, Penny. What do you do?
Spin my spear into hand into a throwing position and
Yeah.
take a stance and looking and trying to understand what's happening here.
Okay.
Shoot them! Shoot them! Shoot the other one!
Yeah. As you do that, everything begins to shake again. And Frank, you, Alexis, and Ivan see in your collective hands now those orbs begin to light up even more. And they're incomplete, so the light that usually shines in the orbs with that weird orangish yellow glow is now shining through them. Whatever's inside, whatever that essence you've been trying to capture is very near.
Alexis, you gotta trust me. You've got to trust me. They are not for you. Those are not for you.
No, it seems like everything's for you. And it seems like you abuse the people and you've hit the people, and that time is done now. If they want to stand with you now, they're the sheep. Because they have a choice now.
You don't know. You don't know what those balls do.
We'll find out together, won't we?
They'll create a catastrophe. This entire place is gonna go. If you don't listen to me, if you don't let me keep you safe.
This place is done, Frank. You've already lost.
You're done. What are you, 90?
You are the same age.
Yeah, as you say that, the orbs begin to grow even brighter, and it is visible brightness to the point where like the light shining through your hands is reflecting on the walls, and it's daytime. Like, it is a visible brightness. It is kind of blinding to the three of you. Penny, you see this light sort of like it almost engulf the three of them as they're on top of each other, wrestling for these two balls. What do you do, Penny?
So at this point, I think Penny is going to think that whatever is happening is because of these balls and they're dangerous, and she wants to get them away from the people. And she's going to run in and try to grab the balls herself.
Give me a force roll. You run in and try to grab those balls. Give me a force roll.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. I need the three of you to roll counter force rolls, please.
Wow. What the hell?
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Well, Penny, because you rolled a 2, but everyone else rolled a 1, you can pull one of the balls away from one person. Which person do you choose? Do you choose the one that Alexis has or the one that Ivan has?
Alexis.
Yeah. You just yank the one out of Alexis's hand, and you look at it in the palm of your hand, and it is very bright, very intense, but not hot at all. And it's still not entirely complete. There's still parts of it missing. But yeah, it is. You see the one in your hand, you see the one in Ivan's hand, and it is pretty intense. And the shaking continues, and it becomes more and more violent, and the windows begin to crack, and you can hear stress on the rafters above, like as things like the building is swaying almost. It is going to get real crazy in here very quickly.
And I'll hold up my hand to Ivan. Ivan, give me the other ball. They're going to kill us all.
Just give them the balls. Just do it. Just do it. It's not worth it anymore. You want to take those? Fine. Do it.
I think we should all go outside.
I think that's a poor idea.
What? Yeah, Penny's looking right at Ivan, like not even listening to anybody else. What does Ivan do? Penny's going to do something else.
Yeah, Ivan, what do you want to do?
I still have one of the balls, right?
You definitely do. Yes.
Look, Penny. I don't know what these do, right? Like,
you don't have a clue.
I have no idea. Look, Penny, I don't know what these do. But all I care about is those people there who work hard every day. I just want to make sure that they're safe. And if that means that something bad has to happen to me, it is okay.
Okay, Ivan.
Give me the other ball.
And I go to grab him and pick him up.
Oh, damn. Okay, yeah, give me a force. You go to pick up Ivan physically?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a force roll. No, you try. I don't know what you were attempting. You give him a nice hug, though. You wrap your arms around him.
No, Penny's trying to get the balls out, and so he said that he don't mind getting hurt, so she's going to pick him up and run out with him.
Sure, yeah, all you do is hug him. All you end up doing is actually hugging him.
Penny, come with me. Are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah, it's for the people. We gotta fix society.
Yes, we do. And then
fix society. I've never heard something so stupid in my life. Frank just laughs maniacally.
Yeah, as you begin to laugh, one of the rafters falls from, like, one of the metal struts falls from the top of the building, slamming into the tents and the makeshift homes down below, crushing 5 people underneath it.
Ugh.
And Frank just keeps laughing.
Yeah, it's falling apart. Everything's falling apart around you right now.
Okay, everybody, let's everybody go. Everybody out. Everybody out. Everyone go.
Alexis, can you take these
Try to
people
just,
out of the shelter?
We need to get these people out of here.
Yes. Okay,
Yes.
Penny.
So I'm gonna start leading people out.
Go with Alexis and help people escape.
Yeah, as you move down the hall, you see the 2 guards that were always there protecting you at the very end of the hallway, and they have the torches that were left when Fern and Sam had gone out. There were still a few torches left. They're in their hands, and they're like, "Come on!" They're waving you in, and one of them
Frank's not
opens the
going,
door.
by the way.
Right.
Staying.
One of them opens the door to the outside, and as he does, the shaking stops. And standing in the doorway is a figure, one that a lot of you haven't seen in a long time. And Alexis, when you get to the doorway, you recognize this as a fairly recent addition. A young man by the name of Johnny stands there, staring at all of you, and with a smile says, "Hello, Alexis."
Hey, Johnny, what do you see?
Nobody. And 2 almost tendrils of black smoke come from behind him and swarm up and around the 2 guards and rip them to pieces. Like, rip them asunder, and blood splashes across your face, and he begins to walk towards the group of you.
I'm just gonna stand there.
Yeah. He begins to walk towards you, and another tendril of black smoke flies right by you and just like decapitates one of the other old ladies behind you.
Hey, Johnny, you don't have to. Baby Johnny, you don't have to do this. Baby, I know you've been hurt, and I know you haven't been taken care of. Why don't you come in and get some soup?
Yeah, he looks at you, he's like, "You're right, I don't have to do this." And then you hear a voice in your own head that says, "But I want to." And nobody sees exactly what happens, but blackness engulfs the hallway, and all you hear are screams. At the end of the hallway, Penny, you and Ivan see Alexis vanish into darkness, and all you hear are horrible screams of the people who had been led by Alexis down the hall, screaming very loudly and then stopping, completely stopping. Frank, you notice that all these people who rebelled against you are very much dead. They are very much dead now.
Well, I didn't say it was coming, but I did say it was coming.
Yeah, as the shadows kind of coalesce back into Johnny, you see the hallway is just like littered in parts. Alexis, wherever Alexis was, is gone now. There is definitely no Alexis there now. Penny, Ivan, Frank, what did the 3 of you do? He is slow walking an impending doom towards you.
Throw my spear at him.
Yeah, you throw your spear at him. Where do you try to hit?
Right in the face.
All right, give me a roll.
Force? Or do I use just the spear roll?
You can decide. Spear might give you bonuses. Yeah, you throw this spear as hard as you can. Describe for me how that looks.
Well, as far as she can tell, a lot of people she really cares about were just slaughtered and broken up in this hallway. So,
oh yeah,
tears in her eyes and just like a scream, just like throws it as hard as she can and flying true straight at his face.
Yeah, you throw it and it slams into his face, and he like just keeps walking with a spear in his face towards you.
Shocking as that is, But I think she's kind of fueled by rage, like right now. So she's gonna run at him and like try to recover her spear and go to attack him more and stop him.
Yeah, he doesn't flinch or move or try to stop you. You jump on him and you manage to like grapple and pull your spear out, but it's almost like you're standing on a statue rather than a man. Like he feels cold. He feels immovable. He feels like he is just stuck in the earth like a tree or something. You can stab away. You can do whatever you'd like to do to Johnny. But yeah, tell me what you do.
Okay, yeah. When I get there and like, is the spear broken or is it just like kind of stabbing?
No, it was just like in the dude's face. Like you impale the dude in the face. If you pull it out, you'll probably pull some flesh and stuff. It'll be nasty.
Yeah, well, she's gonna like run up and like grab it and pull it out and then like try to go behind him and like grab him and hold him.
Sure. Yeah. You grab onto him and you have spear in hand, and what you notice is his face sort of like reforms and he begins to continue walking while you're holding onto him. Like
Yeah,
he is carrying you like a backpack. He is just walking down this hallway looking directly at Frank. You are all in. He doesn't even care about you at all. This is all about Frank. This dude clearly has some beef with Frank.
Right. As far as Penny's going, she's going to continue to try to stop him as best she can, even though she can't, and just yell out, "Run!"
Yeah.
Oh,
Ivan, what do you do? Frank, what do you do? The two of you are surrounded, or at least very close to the remaining people in this facility as things are falling down around you and pieces of it are just crumbling to the ground. What do you do?
Frank, what do these balls do? What do they do?
got a hell of a lot of nerve, Russian. Hell of a lot of nerve.
Listen,
These
we
are
can be
unfinished. But well, let me tell you something. It's probably not going to mean too much now because we're about to die. But these create a new universe. They create a portal to another place. And I've been working on finishing these for a very long time. I haven't been able to find out exactly what makes them work, but I was one of the original people. I was one of the people when they were created. I was there. They're very dangerous. And this guy, he knows what they do.
Yeah, Ivan, you have these two balls. What do you try to do?
You have both of them, or do I still have one of them?
I
don't know. I didn't know if you had given him one or not.
You didn't actually say you did, so I think you actually still have one.
Okay, yeah, Penny still has one, and you have one, Ivan. But Penny's getting very close to you.
Listen, those don't do anything right now. There's nothing they do. I've tried. You're holding the frickin' bocce ball in your hands right now, buddy.
Well, I've done more with less. Penny, give me the other orb.
Yeah, and he doesn't care about the orb anymore. She just wants to stop this guy. She'll do her best just to throw it and continue to try to stop this guy.
Yeah, you throw it to Ivan. Ivan catches it. What do you do?
What happens if I touch them together?
As you touch them together, you see a spark form in front of you. It's as if the closer this thing gets, the brighter this little spark becomes. It's like right directly in front of where the balls are.
Shit.
Holy
shit.
Can I try and like move closer to the thing to see what happens?
It just moves out in front of you a little bit. As you move closer, it's like a set point in front of you.
Oh, okay. What is this? You said they didn't do anything.
They didn't. They didn't for the longest time. They haven't done anything. All right, Ivan. I'm going to be square with you, okay? That's a portal.
Okay, well, we need to get through this portal or something.
All right, but we got to get all these people out. Got to get them out in time because otherwise we're all going to get eviscerated. So now, does Frank know how to work the balls?
I mean, yeah, you created the artificial ones.
Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to pull them apart just a little bit. Okay?
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
As you
Does the
pull
portal
them
get bigger
apart,
that way?
the little speck of fire essentially in front of you grows into a hole. And on the other side of this hole, you literally see a very nice pool. It feels like it's nighttime on the other side, but on the other side, you see a pool filled with actual water.
There she is. There it is. And Frank starts just tears falling down his face. There it is. There it is. There it is.
We have to get out. We have to get the people out of here.
All right, Ivan. Pull it apart. Pull it apart so that everyone can fit in there. You know what? You go through first, okay?
No, absolutely not. Everyone else first. He
Yeah,
holds
as
it
you
and
Ivan, we might die here. We might die here, and we got to get people out, but you made them work, man. You got them. You got them to work. I don't know how much you did it.
Ivan, roll for me a body roll, please. Just a straight body roll.
Oh, that's okay. No.
Yeah, as you hold it open and Frank sort of half apologizes and is like, you did this. You did this. You hear a brief crunch, and Frank, you see sort of like a black tendril through Ivan's stomach. And he falls to the ground, and the orbs fall too. The portal falls to the ground and becomes like a half portal. It's like half inside the floor. And you fall forward, Ivan, on top of the outer edge of the portal and are severed in two by it.
Son of a bitch.
And you turn around and you hear behind you, Frank, I'm back. And it is very close to you, Frank, right now. Very close. Penny, you just saw Ivan be ultra murdered. The portal's still open, but it's now a smaller portal. What do you do?
All right. So she could hear all the stuff about them trying to say. Is there actually any people left? Or are they all
There
dead?
there are a few people left. The twins are still around. There's still a few others. Some of the other older ladies are still there. And many of the people that you know from the sort of weird like tent orgy are still around. Most people who followed back further into the pool, but things are crumbling around you. It will not be long before people are taken out.
Well, she's going to abandon trying to stop this thing since she obviously can. It's still killing everyone. So she's going to run for the balls and try to get them and try to like run this portal to people to try to save them.
Sure. Yeah. You run to the portal and grab the balls and you hold it open and you see in the distance Freddy trying to like, come on, we gotta go. It's like all very slow-mo. And he's just like, we gotta go. And this thing is coming right at you, Frank. It's not even worried about these other people. It's coming right at you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? Fuck you too. And so Frank runs over to Alistair and just kind of like, can't get me. Can't get me. Can't get me. Freddy! Get these people out of here. God damn it. And Alistair is still passed out, I'm guessing?
Totally passed out.
Totally passed out. Frank makes an effort to remove his ring.
Yeah, you try to pull the ring off and it doesn't do anything. And you try
Worth
to
a
yank
shot.
this ring off, and Johnny just sort of like swats, and Alistair's body goes flying off this thing and slams into Freddy. And Freddy and Alistair fall into the portal and just
Well, do what you came to do.
as you sort of sit there waiting for the end, a knife stabs through Johnny from behind, and he sort of stops and turns, and in the hallway is the figure of a young woman in her early mid-20s, a character that we have never actually seen before, but everyone has talked about, wearing a very similar outfit to a young girl that we know very well. And the figure looks at her and just says, "You," and turns around and begins to go at her.
No. Hey.
I'm cut
right
in half. I can't do anything.
Right here. Hey. Back on me. You
Yeah, he doesn't.
sandy asshole.
He doesn't care about you anymore. He's completely like Johnny. It's one of those like weird. He was facing one direction and then shadows coalesce and he's automatically facing the other direction and he's just going for her now at a much quicker pace. Everyone who is behind you, trying to get to the portal. So far, the only people who have made it through are the people who are knocked through, and that's Freddy and Alistair. He begins to run at her, and as he does with every step, he makes the room shake, and more rubble crumbles down, smashing into people running towards the portal, blocking their path. Another five are crushed, and they have to climb up out of the side of the pool instead, slowing them down from getting to the portal that Penny is holding open for everyone.
Frank rushes over to the side of the pool and tries to like help people out of it.
Sure, yeah. You begin to help people out. You can hear it almost sounds like fighting. Like maybe this young woman that you may or may not know is actually doing battle with this thing in the hallway, and you can't tell. Usually there's some crazy murder going down, but this is not. It sounds like it might be an even match, and you're not sure why. You don't know what's going on there. You can't see down the hallway because you're looking over the pool now. Penny, you're facing the portal trying to get people through. But suddenly there's silence. And as you start to help people back up, they begin to move towards the pool. Or I'm sorry, towards the gateway. And the two little twins look down the hall. Their curiosity gets the better of them. And they are picked up and flung across the pool. And from out of the hallway steps Johnny again. And the group of people there, at this point, there's only 6 people left besides the two of you. The 6 run through the portal as fast as they can. It's just you and Penny now. What do you do?
Where are the twins?
The twins got flung their ass across the other side of the pool. Who knows? They're beyond rubble and wreckage right now. You would have to go get them and see if they were all right. They got like flung.
Yeah. Shit. What'd you do with Fern?
Johnny doesn't even acknowledge you. He just begins to walk close, like towards you, and he begins to focus his attention on Penny for the first time because he realizes you now have an escape route and is out to get you.
Penny, listen to me, okay? And he places his hands on hers, surprisingly gentle for how brutal Frank normally is. Go through. Okay, just you jump right now. Take your hands off. Take your hands off and jump through. Okay, do it now. You got to do it. Do it now.
What are you going to do?
Don't worry about me. I'm old. Penny,
I can't leave you behind.
Penny, jump through.
Penny like puts her hand on Frank's head and tries to shove him through the portal.
Yeah. Give me a force roll.
I'm not leaving you behind.
Give me a force roll, Frank. Can you?
My force rolls suck.
Yeah, you are about to be pushed through, and the two of you are pulled back by this force, and it's wrapped around both of your legs, and the portal falls to the ground again, and it's like, instead of a circle, it's a half circle now. The only way through is crawling at this point. It is out of your hands. The two orbs are crackling. The bits and pieces of them are sort of burning away. What do you do? You're now on the ground. You're being just held by this force.
God damn it, just take me. She's not the one that sent you out there. Johnny, come on.
So it's like the tendrils have us? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, these shadow tendrils have you by the leg.
Try to pull away, but there's even any chance to get away?
You can try.
Yeah.
You can try to be creative and come up with something.
Still got my spear, like try to like jab my spear into it and like start trying to like winch it off me if I can.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, you stab this thing and it sort of like dissipates the smoke a little bit and it like unwraps around your leg.
Okay, and then if that works, immediately like try to help Frank with the same way.
Yeah, Frank, roll for me a force, please. If you would be so kind.
A force.
Yes.
Gonna be a 0. I guarantee it.
Whoa!
Never mind.
Wow.
You're holding your ground. Even though it's trying to pull you towards him, towards Johnny, you hold your ground completely. So yeah, if you want to give it a shot, go for it. If you want to try and stab that thing.
Poor
What?
Penny. Out of character, I would be like,
I have
screw
nothing.
Frank.
I don't have any weapons.
Yeah.
I have no weapons. Am I supposed to just like claw this thing off of me?
No, this is Penny trying to like save you. You're just preventing yourself from being sucked back.
Oh, okay.
A 1.
Yeah. You reach out across and stab at this thing, and you're both free. You both manage to break free, but because of the limitations of the portal, you're crawling in one at a time. So you're gonna have to make a choice. One of you is about to get out of here, but you can't force anyone through. You literally have to make the choice.
Penny, you got a lot more life to live, okay? Seriously, come on. Look at me. I had to force people to give me hand jobs. Look at that. Okay? You're gonna do great. You're gonna do great.
Yeah. You would never let me do that for you because my hands were too rough.
No, I wouldn't. But you know what? You got great hands. You got great body. Seriously, I don't. You've had your shirt off this entire time. It's amazing. You look great. Please go through. Please.
I need you both to roll me a heart roll. Solid heart. Or you could do heart lead if that's something you want to try.
I don't think the lead would be hard.
Yeah. Frank, you make a compelling case. A weird one, but a compelling case. And
It's how Frank would do it.
It's a weird case, but it works somehow.
yeah, somehow works. Penny,
Weird flex, but okay.
Yeah, Penny, you understand that the first time Frank's actually looking out for you, and it's okay to go through the portal. Question is, do you do that? Has he convinced you?
Oh, I mean, yeah.
All right.
Can't fight against the roll. So yeah, Penny will like crawl quickly away and like, she's sad about it. She doesn't want to, but
Yeah.
he's always
Penny,
been the leader.
Penny, as you crawl, you turn around to crawl away, you hear this like muffled sound behind you. And as you look back, a shadow has engulfed Frank. And like those tentacles are down his throat, like holding him back with his arms and like literally choking him to death on this like dark smoke, pulling Frank back towards Johnny. And Johnny's whole body just engulfs Frank. And Frank is just gone. There's no body. There's no nothing. Frank is gone. Just completely gone. And you begin to move towards this exit, crawling as fast as you can. And you feel something grab you. And you look up and see the face of one of your best friends here, Fern. And she is like, get out of here. and pushes you through. And the last thing you see before the portal shuts down is your friend Fern face to face with this thing as rubble and all this, what you called a home, begins to crumble down around her, and the portal itself sort of like just evaporates and like blinks out in front of you. And you and the 6 others who managed to make it, well, actually 8. You, the 6 others, Alistair and Freddie, who made it through, are all in this nighttime pool. The smell of chlorine fills the air, a smell you've never smelt before. This weird scent, and you notice as the camera pans up around the group of you who are like shook and completely distraught. Next to the clock, it says January 13th, 1995. And the camera takes us back very quickly to the moment that we saw Eddie, Fern, Clarence, and Samantha running for the portal on their side as the town itself collapsed and the world was crumbling around them. And the 2 orbs that they had with the portal that was open begin to deteriorate as well. And this smoke being begins to chase them. And as they run through the portal, this little black wisp of smoke flies through. And the group of you stand there looking out over the over the entire like messed up but beautiful world that you actually call home. And you see this sort of wisp of black smoke fly away, and the trailer, totally ruined by the complete disintegration of the balls that you had, is just like a mess. And in front of you, one of those like tearaway calendar bit things, right, blows in the wind, and the last shot we see is August 1st, 1994. And that's where the episode ends. So yeah, that's where we're at. All right, well, that is it for us right now. But we'll be back with things are about to get real effing crazy. So
they're not yet. They're not crazy yet. This isn't even real effing crazy.
The real world's never experienced crazy. You guys are the only people who've ever experienced it. The real world. You just unleashed a smoke demon into the real world. So it's about to get
let's
nuts.
not assign blame. That's not fair.
Anyway, all right. Let's go around this screen of ours. Ken, what's up with you? What you doing this week?
Man, well, first of all, I have to pee really badly.
Sorry.
But same with me, still doing the YouTube stuff, still playing Grand Theft Auto on the Twitch side. All my stuff's down there, little side if you want to follow any of that and check it out. We have our weekend D&D game, which I'm plugging in right now, but we're probably not going to play this weekend because I'm getting sick and a couple of our party members have compromised immune systems. So, but anyway, on Saturdays, Charisma Plus, we play D&D and it's a lot of fun with a local group of guys, and we enjoy that. So yeah, hit the follow button on me and get your notification. Wink.
Yeah. Elspeth, what are you doing this week?
Jesse, I have been involved with Grand Theft Auto role-playing, and it is a hell of a lot of fun. Yeah, I just got started on Tuesday for the first time, part of the No Pixel server, so I've just had a blast with that. That's most likely what I'll be doing for the rest of the week as well. That and my sweet style, as usual. Got my sweet style, and also just trying to make up for what an asshole I was today the rest of the week.
You were amazing.
I'm so proud of
amazing.
I was like, who could I get to really make Frank the biggest asshole possible? And I was like, of course.
Of course.
The only asshole I know is Elspeth, so obviously.
Really just the meanest.
Just the meanest, yeah. Octo, what's going on with you this week? What are you up to?
City of Heroes is back, baby. We thought it was dead. We thought it was dead for 7 years, but it turns out that there's a private server for City of Heroes. So I've been playing that, and I'm having a wonderful time reliving my high school MMO days, being a made-up superhero.
Heroes.
Dude,
oh my God.
it's a free client. It's a fan run server. They had 6,000 people try and log in their first week. And it is a blast. I'm still enjoying that game. It is still very fun. A great MMO. You get to be a superhero and it rules. So I'm playing a lot of that.
And last, but certainly not least, Morgan, what are you doing this week?
Dude, just bonfire, whatever.
Hell yeah.
You know,
That's not a whatever.
Yeah, I didn't sleep much last night, so that's why I'm like, it's great. It's great.
Everything's wonderful.
Making a video game. It's fine. It's gonna be good. I need it now. It's great.
One of these days, I'm going to make sure your lack of sleep leads to pride information. I'm going to be like, oh, what's it like over there? What are you doing?
It's just magic. It's a magic land.
Sure.
Play a lot of Warhammer. D&D was canceled tonight, so I'm kind of excited. I'm going to go home and clean my house, my life. So excited.
Ooh, very excited.
That is exciting.
You know when you're stoked, when you're like, cool, I'm going to go home and do my laundry.
Yeah. Nice.
Cool. Yeah, that's all. You guys, everyone should watch the Patreon extras because they're going to be on fire today.
Yeah, that's it for us. But if you are a proud supporter on Patreon, we will see you in a little bit with our post-show wrap-up. I have a feeling people are going to have thoughts, so I can't wait to hear them. But from all of us to all of you, thank you for watching, and we'll be back with another episode very soon. So, from me to you, remember, don't trust Johnny. He's a bad dude. No matter how much you want to like Johnny, he's a shadow monster now. Don't give him the time of day. So that's it. I don't know where I was going with that, but that's it. We're done. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.